Crafters, I'm here today to do a drill with me for Belle. This will be the first drill with me with her, but I have been working on her this whole time. So as you'll notice, all of her black outline is complete. The decorative glass window frame all around her is done. The only thing that needs to be complete is her rose, the teacup, the candles, her dress, her face, and the banner. Now I'm gonna do the rose, the teacup, and her face as a drill with me. I will do the candlestick if I have some time for that, but I'm not gonna show kind of the dress and probably her skin. It is, right now, December 25th. This is a Christmas gift, and I still have one whole princess to do, so I'm working my butt off to get it done, and let's go ahead and get started. We're just gonna start with doing Cinderella's red rose. For Cinderella's rose, you'll notice there is not a lot of each color that we're gonna use, so I'm just not gonna put drills on a tray. I'm actually just going to single pick them out of the little containers that I have them in. And it's gonna cause me to end up stopping and talking to you about the drills a lot. But I hope to get through our Thanksgiving. So let's get started. I'm just gonna do the outline of the 8s right here, DMC 603. Yes, Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving was last week, and the week before that we were in Scotland. We had a wonderful trip, and I will tell you about that trip. But I figured I wanted to cover the holiday. And before our Scotland trip, I was talking about, I don't know, maybe we won't celebrate this year. What are we gonna do? And then I had this faint thought of, well, maybe I should figure out how to make it work. I don't know why I decided to put this much work on myself, but I figured it out. So here in Germany, we're very lucky that we have access to a commissary. There's military bases all throughout the country. We are able to use the commissary on the base. And I decided to just one day, I went before our vacation and did all of our shopping. I think I'll do this little double diamond piece next. The double diamond is DMC 891. This one's actually pretty full. I don't have the best lighting today, but it is a beautiful red. So I went to the commissary and I bought everything. I bought a frozen turkey, I bought a ham, I bought more eggs than I probably should have, more boxes of stuffing and chicken broth, all that yummy stuff that I really needed for a family of 5, one of which is a baby who just really doesn't want to eat anything that I made. And I had a friend help me because my first thought was I have to get a 28-pound turkey. And I thought this because I could defrost the turkey before we left, put it in the fridge, and I'd be gone for a whole week, and the turkey would have plenty of time to defrost. If I got anything less than that, and I put it in the fridge too early, then it would be defrosting for way too many extra days. I didn't know health-wise if that would be a good idea to do that with frozen meat. And at the base, they did not have a 28-pound turkey. So a friend of mine defrosted the turkey for me. She was really great about it, very sweet. She kept it in her freezer while I was gone. And then we had planned, like the Saturday before Thanksgiving, she was gonna take it out of the freezer. And I'm so grateful because we really wouldn't have been able to do Thanksgiving without her. Let me move this a little bit. It is a very, very great day in Germany. We had frost all over the ground. It looks like it snowed. It didn't, but the sun is not out, so I don't have the best light. Anyways, next I'm gonna do C. There's only a very few amount of C and it's 666, but C is a beautiful, there we go. That's okay light, like a blood shiny red. I also decided I like ham, so I got a ham for myself and bought all this stuff before. We got back in town Monday night before Thanksgiving, but it was late Monday, super late. So really, Saturday everyone was exhausted, slept in. We weren't jet lagged since it was only kind of an hour difference between the two places. But Tuesday, most of the morning was just a lost day. It was just trying to get the kids back on schedule, get them up and out the door for school, activities, all this stuff and different stuff going on that we have overscheduled with. So Wednesday is kind of the first real day back in our routine. Now I did spend Tuesday, getting laundry done and all of that. But Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving. So I started cooking. I can't believe, it just was one thing right after the other and trying so hard to make it all work. Oh, there's a drill popped out. And it did work, but it was a lot. Okay, the last color in the beautiful red rose. The symbol is 4. That's DMC, 304. And this one is kind of like a darker, but a red, delicious apple. So Wednesday, what did I start with on Wednesday? Oh, okay. So Wednesday, I bought a brine. I do like to brine my turkey, but I don't like to over brine, and I usually do not brine it for as long as it suggests. So Wednesday, I boiled the eggs. I love deviled eggs. My kids love deviled eggs. Boiled the eggs, got that done. I baked a pumpkin pie, and then I worked on the brine for the turkey. And I'll be honest, I just bought a box with everything in it of the brine. But what does take a while is you need to boil it. It needs to simmer for so long. And then it needs to come down to room temperature. And, that's the longest part of the whole process. I also remembered I didn't buy any rolls or bread for the dinner. So I did all that, and I ended up going back to the commissary, which is not a short drive. It's a 30-minute drive, and I know there's some people that say it's just too far. The commissary is too far away to drive to, but for me, coming from Northern Virginia and Northern Virginia traffic, and driving from one side of Alexandria to Woodbridge, anything like that, 30 minutes in the car to get somewhere is normal for me. So I decided I was going to drive out there. And trust me, I didn't do a 30-minute ride just for rolls. I realized, and I can't say it right now, because I do have a set of small, cute little adorable ears that's playing in the next room. I realized there was one Christmas gift that if I did not buy it before Black Friday, I was not going to find it after. So I went for the rolls, and then I went to the PX Exchange to get a little bit of Christmas shopping done. And another side tangent, I'm so glad I did this because I counted, and they're not going to put this together. They had 9 of the item that I was trying to get. I was able to walk into a store. It was not crowded. Buy an item and not have to worry about it. And then even at the commissary and the PX, the exchange, it gets really busy for Black Friday. And I didn't have to fight. There's no fighting at the PX. But I didn't have to go out and deal with all of that. Because Black Friday, it's a school day. It's not a holiday here. We have to do our usual routine. Anyways, I got the rolls. I picked up a few things for some friends, so they came over. And honestly, that was my Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I'm still trying to catch up from the week gone of Scotland. Still trying to prepare for the turkey. That looks really nice. I'll try and also, I wish I had better light today. It's gorgeous. I wish. I'll have to take another shot when I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and start on the green for the flower stem. Let me find that green. I think this one's it. So Thursday morning, the time comes. After Wednesday, I'm so exhausted. I fall asleep on the couch. Eventually, at some point, I stumble upstairs. And you guys know I've mentioned this before. Me falling asleep on the couch is not, I've watched TV and it's 11 p.m. It is, I sat down for one moment and it is 8:15. I was really tired. I wake up on Thursday. I go downstairs, start to think about what I'm going to get the kids for lunch, because here it's not a holiday, so they still go to school. I'm going to do the arrow over to the right symbol, and this is DMC 3818. I like this one. It's like a forest green, and that's how it looks on the tray. I'm in the kitchen. See how I'm bouncing back and forth, guys? I'm all over the place. Could you imagine if you were just trying to have a conversation with me in person? You'd be like, Meredith, stick to one story, one subject. But I try so hard. Okay, Thursday morning in the kitchen. I look over at the stove, and there it is. The turkey brine still sitting in the pan from when I was having it cool down. I had fallen asleep and I forgot to brine the turkey. So I have very quickly freaked out, and I wasn't planning on brining it for a long time. The box and the ingredients and everything I had talked about an hour per pound. I know in the past I've done a full day for a turkey brine. That didn't work out well. It made the turkey just a little too salty, and a big mistake on my part. So I did not want to mess this brine up. It's 6 a.m. I quickly brined the turkey. I got it in the fridge and everything is good. And I decided, even though it said an hour per pound, that I was only going to brine it for a max of 6 hours. Mostly because I had forgotten, and that's really all the time that I had. But I just didn't want to risk it getting too salty. Like I said, that year was, I felt really bad about it just being too salty. I brined it way too long. And then got that done, got the kids off to school, and the nice thing is the consulate is closed. So my husband was home from school, and then the baby goes to a school on a United States schedule. So the baby was home from school. So I had his help watching the littlest, and I think, by like 10 a.m., it was just in the kitchen for the rest of the day, cooking and working on something, finishing the deviled eggs, and then, I like cornbread casserole. I was getting everything ready for that, like putting the butter out to soften it. What else did we have? Because I spent all that time working. Oh, and then I got a ham as well, but our oven here is just, the temperature doesn't match up. If you've ever had an oven like that, it's not great. So I had to cook the ham up to the right degree. Got that out of the oven, did all the turkey brine stuff, got the turkey in the oven, and it's 4 hours in the oven for a turkey like that. So I just had this moment of, I'm done. That's a nice break. And this is a good break in my story to switch over DMCs. And if you have ever cooked a Thanksgiving meal, I find it to be fun and enjoyable. I love doing a big meal like that for my family. I honestly do not cook a lot. I think it's just from once I had kids, it just became really difficult, and I needed to do fast, quick meals. So the idea of spending hours and hours and hours prepping and getting ready went away. Next, I'm going to do DNC 910. This is the up arrow, and it is lighter than the last one. The kids end up coming home from school about 3:30. I had the parade on. I was so excited. I love the Macy's Day Parade for Thanksgiving, and I told them we were gonna watch it, and they're 5, so they never hold back from what they're thinking. And they just told me over and over how boring it is and how much they didn't want to watch it. And I'm like, this is special to mommy. Let's watch it. They were not into it. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved watching a parade. But I guess it's just not something that it's not what it used to be for them. I would sit and watch the parade from start to finish, and they just had no interest, which is unfortunate. The real down part of Thanksgiving comes here. So the kids fall asleep after school. The baby falls asleep. My husband falls asleep. And they fall asleep in that last 30 minutes of Thanksgiving meal prep, where the turkey is done. So you got to take it out, let it sit for a bit. I'm cooking our last item, which is, oh, I don't have 3 in a row for that, which was like the cornbread casserole, getting the rolls ready. They all fall asleep. Not a big deal. I'm loving being able to quickly work. And then I go, everything's ready. I set this gorgeous table. A friend of mine actually gave me, the one who helped me with my turkey, they are moving from Germany. They gave me this really cute holiday plate set. So I have everything looking really fancy. I'm so excited. And I go and wake the kids up. And I was expecting some excitement, some joy. No. They were grumpy. They did not want to wake up. They were upset that they had to watch the parade, and they were tired. And they're like, Mama, I don't want to eat. I just want to sleep. And I'm like, you have to eat something. You have to eat something for dinner. Come on. So I get them to the table. My husband wakes up. He's at the table. The baby's at the table. Nobody wants to eat. They're all cranky and grumpy and doing that like little kid crying, whining, where they're like, They're not actually crying, but it's just enough to drive me bonkers. And I'm like, okay, that's it. Go. If you don't want to eat, go lay down. If you don't want to eat, go watch whatever you want on TV. Cut the parade off. Just go. And then Thanksgiving meal was me and my husband, who is trying so hard to make up for the fact that the kids were rude. And he's like, this is really great. Wow, they're really missing out. And then 3 little empty seats and their little plates, had their food on, and I cut it all up for them, and they didn't eat it. After mommy spent days prepping. Next DMC, 9/11, the double slash mark. And we're starting to get into the lighter greens here, almost like a slight green with yellow. So that was Thanksgiving, everybody. And not what I was expecting it to be, but that's how it went. I have young kids. Just got to take it as it happens. And then I really feel like the rest of the week, which was last week, was just cleaning up from Thanksgiving, dealing with leftovers, all of that. Now, Christmas markets have started here, and I haven't even gotten to one. I mean, I have been making videos because it's been really busy, really crazy around here with the kids' schedules, and they're doing different Christmas activities. They're doing some Christmas caroling, so listening to Christmas songs as much as we can and helping them with the words. And yesterday they had a Girl Scout meeting, and I told you I'm one of the Girl Scout co-leaders, so planning everything for Girl Scouts, getting all the badges ready, dealing with emails, dealing with ordering for Girl Scouts. So last week was just trying to catch up. This week has felt a lot better. I've got a lot of progress done on Belle, which helped. And just moving forward. Next week, I'm really looking forward to, because I don't have anything planned. Not one single thing. If I get time, do a bit of in-store Christmas shopping. But that is it. And I'm really looking forward to having more time to focus on this. I'm going to do these 3 squiggly lines, which kind of look like squiggly bacon lines. This is just the DMC for white. There's only 3 of them. And then this last one is this green. No, wrong one. Ah, whew. Okay, whew. Whew, my bad. Is this green, kind of starish tone thing. That is DMC 989. And this looks exactly like a Crayola green yellow crayon. Really typical, like gorgeous. Oh, we got our Christmas tree. In the mix of all of this chaos, after Thanksgiving, we got a Christmas tree. And since we've had kids, we have done a live Christmas tree. I never had a live Christmas tree growing up, so it's really exciting for me to go to the lot and pick one out, look at all of them. I love it. I find that to be such a magical time of the Christmas season. We have a lot. The closest one is about 10 minutes away from here on the outskirts of our city where we live. And it was a great time. The kids were running around, being silly. It's right on the side of the road, so it's loud. So who cares if kids are running around being loud? The baby is giggling. The man who runs this lot is very, very kind. So as kids walk onto the Christmas tree lot, he has like a little bag of German gummy bears there, the little individual bags. So kids get a treat when they walk in. And we probably spent 30 minutes looking all around, picking our tree out. And you know, Germany is great for Christmas. They are serious about their Christmas trees here. I'm just gonna take a break to show how pretty the rose is. Finished the rose, we got all the green done, the pink and red blending here. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna zoom out too so you can kind of see how it looks in Belle's hands. I think that looks great. Now I don't think I have enough to finish the teacup right now in a drill with me, but I do think I'm able to start it as I keep talking for a little bit. So let me reposition the camera. It is gonna be on plastic, so there's a little bit of crinkling. And line it up really nicely. And I feel like you probably saw way too much of my hand at the angle I'm working at. So let me switch a bit. Here we go. Yeah, not bad. And I do only have about 15 minutes before I have to leave. That's why I don't think I'm gonna finish it, but I wanna keep talking. Christmas tree shopping in Germany is so fun and exciting. We just showed up there, thought we knew the size that we were looking for, and went for it. I'm gonna start down here in the darker parts of the teacup with DMC 158. It's supposed to be a blue, but for me, it looks like more indigo mixed with a little bit of blue. And unfortunately with my light, I don't know how well that's gonna turn out for you to see. But there were people, well, we were the only ones in the Christmas tree lot who did not have a measuring tape, who did not have, what are those called? Like, the measuring tape, but they're like metal, they're in the little ball, they extend out, they go back. The measuring tape is metal, so it's really straight. It's probably called the measuring tape, and I'm just being an idiot right now. So everybody had that, and then people had kind of the measurer for if you're measuring your body or something with fabric, the non-stiff one, and they were measuring kind of the width of every tree, and we were just there like, oh, we're just looking for what's pretty. we didn't go into too much detail, but the kids ran around and we did pick a tree, kind of a smaller tree. So when the kids were babies, and we did this year as well, since the baby is still a baby, we learned that a baby loves a Christmas tree so much, they're just gonna touch it and pull it and try and grab it, and it's gonna fall down over and over, potentially falling on the baby. So we buy a smaller tree and we put it up on a table. And that worked when the girls were little. Hold on, I need to find a blue. Oh, I have both of my blues holding the camera up. Okay, it's gonna mess up for a bit. I'm fixing it. There we go. So we did the same. We bought a great tree. I feel like it's at least 3.5 feet. It is put up on that big Tunisian mosaic table that I've showed you guys before. We have cardboard and a towel covering over the mosaic pieces just in case, because we really don't want it to get messed up. This next one is DMC 3842. Like I said, I do only have a few minutes. I just wanted to keep chatting. What I'll do is the next row with me, I will start by showing you the teacup that I have finished. And I can't remember how much we paid for a Christmas tree in the United States. I just don't remember. But from living here for now 6 months, can you believe, guys, it's been 6 months since we've been in Germany? It really has flown by. I mean, we move in less than 18. It's crazy to think about. But living here for this amount of time, I thought the prices were really reasonable from what I've seen other items in Germany cost. So the grand total, we paid 50 euros for our tree. I don't know what the going rate of stuff in the States is, like I said, but that is what we paid. Now, in Tunisia, we couldn't get a real tree. We had a plastic tree. We had a fake one. But here, since we can actually get a real one, we want to take advantage of that. And when we move again, it will probably be in a place that we're just not able to get a real tree, and we'll put our fake tree back up. But we wanted to just have fun with that. I mean, our girls, the last time they were in a Christmas tree lot, they were, oh my gosh, I think they were 1 year old, 1.5. Because we either celebrated Christmas in Tunisia or we came back home and family already had a tree. So it was really exciting to do, and they were so sweet. We got great photos. You know, okay, let me back up. I often look at a photo, and if I think, wow, this is great, my kids are all looking at the camera, they're smiling, they're just happy. This is a perfect picture capturing how happy they are. And then I know that this photo is going to be that photo in 20 years I just look at with my kids, and I think how great they were and how sweet and what a nice day that was. The Christmas tree photos that we took of them are going to be that kind of photo. I'm just so happy that we decided to do that. So 50 euros is a lot of money, but we made a long morning and afternoon of it. And we got our tree, and it's up and it's down there. It's downstairs. I'll have to put in a picture. So if you're still watching, at the end of this, I will put in a photo. And I do think it's probably time that, whoa, I almost put my drills back into the wrong container. That would have been a mess. I do think it's about time that I get going. I need to run an errand, get some gas in the car, and then the kids come home from school. There's just never enough days. Or never enough hours in the days. Okay. So, let me zoom out. We got our beautiful rose done, which is up there. It looks perfect. We have a small part of the teacup done, and the next video I'll start by showing you the completed teacup. I've got now, counting today, wow, less than 20 days to get Belle done, all of Sleeping Beauty done. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this together. Thanks for watching and thanks for crafting with me. I'll talk to you later. Bye.